is up, guys? Today I am going over the A7 rigor mortis knee sleeves. Brief synopsis of them. They suck. Let's get a little deeper though. Hope they're okay. So there is a trend that started with the Inzer ergo sleeve for a sleeve that will give you the bounce of a light wrap while still being IPF legal and good for the sleeved raw divisions. Inzer stepped in, came up with this ergo sleeve. It was an hourglass shape, so if you had a wider calf, it'd still be like more snug around your knee. And then industry started going, ooh, this is cool, people are buying this, we should probably make ours too. And then Iron Rebel came out with one that's more of a straight shot, the PR sleeve. And then A7, most recently out of the three, came out with one that's also an hourglass sleeve, but even cheaper. So the Inzer's the most expensive, sitting at 135 bucks before shipping and tax. Ends up being like 160 bucks if I wanted to get it to me. The Iron Rebel's 124 plus shipping. Who knows, probably ends up being 140, 150 to me. The A7 is your best bang for the buck if you want these pieces of crap. For me, that's how I felt about them. They come in at $100 plus shipping. They ended up being right about $120 to my door. They're very out of stock everywhere right now. So the good news is I should be able to resell them. And if you want these, you put me a comment in the bottom and I will be sure to ship them out to you at whatever I paid for it. I don't want to make money on them. I'm just not a huge fan. Now let me get into the reasons I'm not a huge fan. And they may not actually pertain to you. They may be a great sleeve for you. But for me, I'm someone with like very large calves. And a lot of times you have a very large calf, you have a very large knee joint too, but I'm not that. I have like a very large calf and not a super huge knee joint. So with the A7s, they do they do a measurement on your calf, your quad, and your knee. And you basically are supposed to go with whatever size is the one that fits the most abnormally large part of your body. So they have three measurements, they all have a range, but if your calf is like super large and your knee is not super large, even though they're hourglass shaped, they're gonna want you to go with the calf one so you can actually get them on and off, which is an ordeal. Oh my gosh. I did one squat workout in these things, and I'm not flipping you off. I want you to see the scabs from the folded over part trying to pull these things on. They got me. It took me, I put them on a couple times throughout the workout because I wanted to see if I just got better at it or not. First time I put them on, it took me about 10 minutes to get these bastards on. Now I am wearing a XXL knee sleeve in these, and I'm about 275 pound lifter. I got big calves, and that's kind of my issue with these sleeves and sleeves like this. So XXL, I can get over my calf with a lot of effort. By the third time putting them on, only took me a couple minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes. But man, I feel like I did my whole workout just putting the damn things on. Now I get that's just part of sleeved with lifting at like a decently high level in powerlifting. Which brings me to my next point. At what point can we stop calling this raw? Or if you're wearing these sleeves, at what point can you stop saying people who wear knee wraps are not raw? If it helps as much, like y'all are pretending it does, then you're just as raw as someone in knee wraps. At what point is gear and is not gear? Why is a knee sleeve okay and an elbow sleeve is cheating on bench press? These are the things I love powerlifting. But these are the little stupid things that make me hate powerlifting so much to its very nitpicky little core. Okay, soapbox over. Let's actually talk about the sleeves. The sleeves actually come up and do what they're supposed to do, right? So they are a much denser material. They're about twice as heavy as my other knee sleeves that have basically the same thickness and specs, right? But it's a much denser foam. So dense, in fact, that I could put a 10-pound plate on there. I had a 5-pound plate sitting on top of them with the small end on the bottom, so it's not as stable. held up to the 10-pound plate just fine. My other sleeves, I put like a 5-pound on there and it folds over, and it's really close to folding over with a 2.5-pound plate. So that would lead you to believe you're gonna get more spring out of the bottom because it's just denser and more compressed foam, right? This is true if you do not have calves that are huge. So for me, I got these bastards on. I went and did my first squat set. I felt, because I typically, when I compete, am a rap squatter. And I can tell my rap's doing something for me. I could not tell these sleeves were doing anything for me. I sleeve squat quite a bit as well. When I'm not in prep, I'll do it in sleeves. It's just less of a pain in the ass. And I felt like, I'm like, man, I just had these on. They took forever to put on. I feel like they gave me just as much out of the bottom as my other normal $50 sleeves give me. So I was like, wow, that's weird. Let me put one on each. And I wish I filmed this. But I had the A7 rigor mortis on my right leg. I had my Evolution Athletics knee sleeve on my left leg. And I did another set of squats. And the difference was my calf hurt on the A7, but the squat felt very balanced. It felt like I had the same leverage and the same compression around my knees on both sleeves. That sucks. And that is kind of exactly not what these sleeves are supposed to be. Not a fan. If you have big calves, do not buy these. I was happy to get these instead of the Iron Rebel because I knew the Iron Rebel being a straight sleeve would have more of that issue, right? Because if it's a straight sleeve and I get it over my calf, it should be the same around my leg and it's going to be loose. So I was like, oh sweet, these A7s are cheaper and they're hourglass. Let me give it a go. Same problem. So if you are someone with a very big difference, so for me, I had about a 3-inch difference between circumference of my calf and circumference of my knee. And that may be too big. If you're someone with like an inch to an inch and a half, maybe 2-inch difference between calf and knee, they may work great for you, but you're not gonna know unless you try them. And I haven't talked to enough people who have them to kind of know. But if you are someone and you measure your calf out and you measure your knee out and the difference is 3 inches, don't do it. You are just blowing money for no reason. This is not a solution to your problem. Just wear wraps if you want that much compression. For me, I'm pretty good at putting my wraps on and off, especially when I'm doing them light. It takes a minute, maybe 2 minutes per set. I might have 3 sets where I'll wear them in a squat workout. So that's like 6 minutes of effort. That is like almost half the time it took for me to put these on the first time. And you take them off and get some relief between sets. Whereas sleeves, you might leave on and you're still compressed and icky the whole time. But if you take them off, it's another 3 or 4 minutes to put them on. So if you want to cheat and not raw squat, but say you're still raw squatting, wear wraps. If you want to cheat in a sleeve division and say you're raw squatting, I guess wear these because I guess they'll help. But like you're not raw squatting anymore if the sleeve actually does what it's supposed to do. And if it doesn't, then it's not helping you anyway. So why did you spend $120 to get it there when a $70 or a $60 sleeve would have done the same freaking thing and would have been more comfortable? Y'all aren't squatting raw. Don't pretend you are. And if you are, it's because this sleeve did not work well for you. That is my take on these sleeves. Not a fan. But hey, if you want them, hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to sell them to you so you can try them out and then you can like resell them later too. I'm gonna throw these bitches up on Marketplace. Like, subscribe, comment, affiliate links below. I don't have an A7 affiliate link. If I did, they probably would revoke it after this video anyway, but I'll shoot a link down there as well if you want to go check these out. I'll also put links to Inzer and Iron Rebel as well, so you can see all 3 options and kind of make your best choice. I say just put on a pair of damn wraps or don't wear sleeves and just actually squat raw, but that's just me. Until next time, later guys.